Chang Blade. I don't
That's
remember
something
seeing
you're
an
back
item
chatting.
last
Show me
time.
its stats. Show me its stats.
Inventory. -10, 13, 16, -3, 1.
Requires a melee combat of 10.
This is more lethal, but has much less damage potential. I don't really know what these stats mean anyways, so...
The lethality is how
Lethality is
difficult
effectiveness
it is.
against vampires.
Yeah, it's how difficult it is to soak, basically.
I'm not sure this is a good trade, but whatever.
Against vampires, probably. Against everything else, probably not.
It's actually...
Okay, so if we click on this, we have to go meet LaCroix. Are we sure we want to click on this?
I'm actually very interested that you're getting a choice here. In the real game, as soon as you kill the last Chang brother, it just immediately cuts to a cutscene.
That's
Which
what
is-
I'm used to having happen.
Probably-
It isn't
they
working
prob-
for some reason.
Wanted you to pick up the Chang Blade in this version.
Yeah, well, fuck West.
Or give you a chance to pick it up.
Well, I don't remember ever getting that before, so I don't really know what the deal is.
Now we gotta talk to Ponce.
Yeah, that fade to black is what I'm used to seeing as soon as the second Chang brother dies.
What version of the patch are you running? Are you running 8.4, etc.?
I don't remember what version I'm running, and I know that it's misbehaving, so...
Did you update it since you started this LP?
I had to reinstall the game a while back, which, you know...
Yeah, I know.
I'm kind of surprised that Giovanni just let a panel truck pull up, but whatever.
They're all dead. Well, they're not all dead, but they're all dead.
I didn't kill any of them.
Well, technically all the vampires are dead.
They are all dead, but not in the sense
Technically
that
speaking.
I am concerned about.
Or are they finally dead?
Could LaCroix possibly have a more pretentious set of paintings and decor?
Yes, he could have those paintings that were in Therese's art gallery.
The gallery paintings, I mean, they weren't like, classical art in goofy golden frames. They were, just regular art on easels.
Yeah, well, now put them in goofy golden frames, but have them be those pictures.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking the classical art is whatever.
Well, he served in Napoleon's army, so those are probably paintings he stole from somebody's house back in the 1800s.
Discipline's not allowed.
Yo! I want to
He won't
speak
talk
to
to
you.
you.
Yeah,
Why
I
did
guess
I
I have
talk
to
to
wait
you?
till after I've talked to LaCroix first. Can I talk to the sheriff? No, I cannot talk to the
You
sheriff.
should never talk to the sheriff, I think.
I'm not sure the sheriff can even talk. It's interesting that you can't talk to Beckett yet, because you have been Goomba'd, LaCroix. What do you have to say about that?
Do. That's amazing.
Outstanding.
Ludonarrative dissidence!
By members of my court as to your ability, I placed my faith wisely. Finally, the Ankaran sarcophagus is ours. Come, I've granted Beckett's request to study and document all the markings of the sarcophagus. You've met Beckett, haven't you? Let's go take a look inside and see what the commotion around the city has really been all about.
So, ask about the equation or don't bother.
Yes. 3.
I'm feeling like not bothering, really, but... Krellen, do you have any opinion?
We're a Tremere. I say we go for 2.
Yeah, well, if everybody wants a goofy option, I may as well go for 3.
Preposterous. No kindred would trust them, nor would they trust us. Did Jack tell you that? Because it sounds like you've been taken for a fool. And you believe them. They've been trying to take over LA for years. It's a ruse, a falsehood, spread to undermine my rule and turn kindred against each other, thin our ranks. They are duplicitous, evil creatures. Did they not try to kill you? Insurance. They lied to you in case you lived through the encounter. They hoped to create dissension in the ranks, rumors. It's a trick older than you or I.
And it's what you would have done, which is why you think that's what they did.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been the smart move for them.
If it weren't for you meddling kids.
If it weren't
you
for the
dumb
fact
dog.
that, LaCroix actually did, but whatever.
Well,
Well, I guess it's possible that, LaCroix is allied with them, but did he ally with them to do that in particular? I don't remember.
So we're not supposed to put it down. He is actually allied with the Kuei Jin, correct?
Yeah,
Yes,
we are
yes,
actually after we do the next story thing, we will find that out.
But it's kind of super obvious because I cannot conceive of him not trying to backstab people.
Yeah. Literally everyone else in the game is saying don't trust LaCroix, and LaCroix is saying trust me. I think he has a bias there for whether you should trust him or not.
But yeah, so I'm done with this conversation.
What have
You told him you believe him?
Unfortunately for the Heralds of Doom, it appears we won't
should be read with air
Pandora's
quotes.
box. The markings, as far as I can tell, are of Assyrian origin. An
We're
extraordinary
going in
case,
open contempt of this
but
asshole.
nothing earth-shattering.
Oh well.
Then there is no good reason why we shouldn't.
I prefer my comeuppance to come in the form of Goomba stomps.
Budge. Beckett, do you see any mechanism for the lid?
I haven't as yet had a chance to pore over it with my fine-tooth comb. I think I have one in my bag.
Beckett's voice acting is really, really fitting here.
Open, Beckett. And you. I thought you said it looked as if it had been opened on the Dane. I want it open. You and Beckett, figure out a way to open it. I need to know what's inside. I have other matters to attend to.
Oh, he looks like a bit of a pussy now, doesn't he?
Has been found.
Yeah, this kind of gives you a sense of LaCroix's power level. I mean, because from that exchange right there, it should be 100% clear to everybody that Beckett is more powerful than LaCroix. Because nobody else gets to talk to him like that. Except possibly the PC.
Well, the player character also gets to stomp on his head.
So ask him 3.
Put your ear to it. I'll shake it, and you tell me what you think's inside. Fortunately for us, I know of someone who has distinguished himself in this field. No. His name is Dr. Ingvar Johansson, a professor
He makes
of
learning
archaeology in
fun!
Norway. He was the one responsible for finding the
That is one
sarcophagus,
line that did
and as
not
far
have
as
to
I
be
know, the
edited
only
to make it
authority
seem
on
like
its
a
origin
perfectly
is
viable
known.
Malkavian line.
Yeah.
Until yesterday, he could have been found in his suite at the Empire Hotel downtown. But when I stopped by earlier this evening, all I found was spilt coffee on a morning paper. Appears he's been abducted. Where's the fun without complications?
Ah, Beckett.
He's a pretty cool
I
guy.
detected the scent of myrrh incense, which is usually burned in monasteries.
I
Also,
seriously
I
do
found
love
beach
Beckett.
sand in part of a muddy footprint. Putting 2 and 2 together, I located a
entertaining.
monastery near a beach in Malibu, where I believe hunters are holding Johansson captive.
Pick the one that gets more information. 1. Yeah.
Actually, there were 2 hunters on the roof of the building opposite the hotel who were positively delighted to tell me everything they knew, provided I stopped dangling them headfirst over the side.
I love that. It's just like, no, I'm not Sherlock. I'm just a big brute.
The
I
hunters
say too.
abducted Dr. Johansson for his own protection, or at least that's how they've justified it. He's being held by the Society of Leopold and used, quite ingeniously, as bait for Prince Lacroix's minions.
Not entirely true.
Well, what is true? That seemed pretty much consistent with what I saw when I played it.
He's supposed to be bait for Lacroix himself.
Oh, right. Yeah, I do remember that. Why any respectable hunter would spend their time looking for LaCroix is beyond me.
This tower.
I mean, seriously, don't you have better vampires to go after?
LaCroix killed his grandfather.
It's personal.
Really?
Yeah.
LaCroix did?
Yeah.
I'm thinking not.
Even the weakest vampire is pretty powerful against a human.
If it's the grandfather of the hunter dude, though, the hunter dude was, I think, the hardest boss fight that...
It's entirely possible that
boss
his
fights.
grandfather did not actually have true faith like he does.
Or he could have been sneak attacked.
I'm
done a
just
lot
trying
of
to imagine
neck snapping
sneaky
in this
LaCroix
game.
and failing.
I've done a lot of neck snapping in this
Sebastian
game.
mentioned you ran into one of the hunters from the Society of Leopold some time ago. They're so secret a church.
Society of
organization.
Leopold
I
is
don't
the
even
modern
think they
day
know
name
they
for
exist.
the Inquisition.
Essentially, they're murderers for Christ.
Really?
Or some
Yeah.
such
I
deity.
was not expecting that.
Where do the Knights Templar come in?
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition!
Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't going to get that obvious, but okay.
So where do the Knights Templars fall in all
You'll have
this?
to go to the monastery.
They
and
are
find way
a,
into the tunnels beneath
order of
where the
mages.
hunters are holding Johansson. I'm
They're
afraid
actually an
I
order
can't
of
accompany
technocrats.
you, but then it's best you go alone.
Technology
Too many
mages?
of us might set them
Yeah,
off.
the mages that currently control consensual reality.
They didn't seem particularly technical. They just had some bombs and some lasers.
You can do a lot with bombs and lasers, you know.
What is your point of reference for that?
I'm sure he
Point of
always
reference for
spares
which?
no expense when
It's just,
archaeology is at stake.
I don't remember when I did the quest seeing any technology lying around.
Oh, no.
Except for the lasers.
No, these are entirely different groups. Society of Leopold is the Inquisition. Knights Templar are the mages. These are not the Knights Templar. We do not face
never
the
mind.
Knights
Sorry.
Templar.
I misheard you because
I mean, considering this is like conspiracy theory kitchen soup right here,
Remember,
it wouldn't surprise. Nothing would surprise me really.
No idea
The Knights
actually
Templars are the
exists.
head of the New World Order.
Try not to put the idea in his head.
Are they also the Illuminati?
Yes, yeah, that's what the New World Order is.
I didn't mean to ask this for a while, but does the government know about vampires and all that, like the top people in Washington D.C. in theory?
Maybe, maybe not.
LaCroix doesn't have enough room for a skill roll.
Hell, are any of them
really
vampires
depressing.
themselves? Like I'm sure they're called.
There he goes.
Mostly not, actually. Vampires do not actually occupy publicly visible roles of power because you can't occupy a publicly visible role of power when you can't go out in the sun.
I wonder if we could get LaCroix to sing Raindrops Are Falling on My Head.
Only if you change your name to Raindrops.
Well, it's not like it would be any better
Not
any
playing
worse than the one we chose.
honestly.
But right, so do we want to do the monastery immediately? 'Cause I don't see a reason not to.
I don't see any. Are there any side quests worth doing right now that you want to?
As I recall, we were kind of scraping the barrel on them.
Yeah, I mean, we could do a couple side quests, but most of the ones we have left are pretty long. And not. I mean, I guess the Muddy quest is somewhat interesting, but not that much. And I'm actually not sure we'd be able to complete it successfully. I mean, maybe with Blood Boil, but
Blood Boil is just
The Money Quest
so
wasn't that
good.
hard, was it?
I love Blood Boil.
Oh, I speeched him. Never mind. I don't know what tough the actual fight would have been.
he's a gangrel with war form. It's a pretty hard fight, actually. If you try to like straightforward fight it.
I just guilted him into stopping.
What would your family think about what you're doing? Would they appreciate?
Yeah. Like, oh god, I gotta stop.
Oh, look, it's Exetera's girlfriend.
It's everyone's favorite Blood Bowl.